Alright. Welcome. How's everyone? You're having a good time tonight? Just want to explain what's going on really quick. Doing a little lock sporting live here. Trying to get the Lockjaw Manufacturing Night Watch patch earned. So, I've got me some things to play around with for our little playtime here. I am Mountain Mick of Reddit and Discord, and you can find me on Facebook here, of course. And YouTube channel's going to end up with this. So, just to kind of keep things working for this, I have to prove that we're going live here late at night. So come with me really quick. See, it's nice and dark outside here in North Carolina. We're on the East Coast. And as you can see, we're at about 12:16. A little after 12:15 local time. The watch here, as you can see, is set to the same kind of time. Hopefully we won't lose our signal, because my Wi-Fi is down right now. And that'll be a real bummer. So anyway, let's get started. First I'm going to show you a little bit of my stuff here that I like to pick around with. As you can see, Sparrows man from the very beginning. I've got everything here in 25 from Sparrows. Got their hooker set, monkey paw, SSDs. Love them all with the rubber handles. Gotta get the rubber handles if you want to really love your Sparrows right. Multiple turning tools in here. Did a thing recently where I bent a few of my flat bars because I wanted some ergo handles. Gonna get some nicer ones later. But, you know, sometimes you gotta work with what you got in this place. Also, as you covert people may have noticed, I've got some FNG hiding down in here. Got that when I got my nice big bundle of locks from Greg. Greg Potter at Art of Lock Picking will hook you up. That's how I got most of my starter locks. Came with the FNG, so added those to my set. And recently, I got me some Jimmy Longs. Got me a naughty lock, which is one that goes in a bucket where pickers like to put that lock we can't quite open. So we can play with it on the days we're really feeling like we're doing good. And maybe have a great day. Most of the time ends with cussing and frustration and it goes back in the bucket. But the thing about that is, some things early on have big old keyways in them, so we can fit anything down in there, semi-trucks, whatever we want, probably a crowbar. And then when you get later on, you start running into what's known as a paracentric keyway. That's where all your warding and stuff's all tight and small. There's way less room to work for your stuff, so you gotta get some thinner picks to work with. Hence the Jimmy Longs here, I'm sorry. Used to work for Jimmy John's once upon a time. That's how I made that little slip. Anyway, got the gem hooks, deep gem, all 19. Then I got the gems in 15 too. I'm probably not even good enough to be playing with these yet. Don't want to bend them up. But I just like to know I've got everything, and that way I can't make excuses. It's never about not having the right tool. It's about not having enough skill yet. And that's what we're here to do, is work on the skill part. So with that, let me set these aside. Let's go with first go-to started out learning pick. Good old classic Sparrows flat hook. Can't go wrong playing with that. And we will take a Z-bar. Any old Z-bar. And what we're going to do, see if we can open a few things up while we're playing around here, because that's what this lock sporting is all about. We only play with locks we own. We do not play with locks that are in use. Nothing nefarious. That's not what this is for. If you like puzzles and you like sitting around seeing if you can get something frustrating to bend to your will, this may be for you. You like messing around in other people's stuff and things of that nature, this is not for you. Anyway, let's sit here and continue to mess around. See if we can get some easy opens going on here. Any of these master lock stuff. I'm still pretty new to this, so I'm going to try to continue to talk to you while I mess with these things, but I make no promises on that because, well, let's just be completely honest. I am working my way through the belts, but it has been 1 month or less since I put my first set of picks in my hand. Much progress has been made, but much is left to be made, obviously. And picking locks, as you will learn, become nerves and camera shyness. Since this is my first time with all of you sitting here watching, it's going to be just a little different for me. But, as you can see, there's some things that if you practice enough, got the right tools, you know what you're doing, you can get them open. Now this is nothing special. This is just like a Master 3 clone. But we're going to do it again real quick just to show that we're not fluking things. It's nice and locked up. We're going to go with this one more time because, you know, why not? Practice makes perfect. And that was only a few seconds, but we're going to see if we can do better than that. Let's make sure it's locked up really good. Because if they're not, they'll just open with a spin, and that's cheating. See? Now we know we're locked up good. So we get in there. We're going to try to single pin pick. So what we're doing with this is our tension bar. For anybody who doesn't know, I'll just do a quick rundown. This is the tension, and that is how I maintain torque on the plug, which is where all the fun things, your usual key touches inside of here. I need this because without this tension, I can lift the picks up into the pins, but they will never set. All I'm doing is pushing on springs if I do that. They will never find their home if I do that. When we add the correct amount of tension, which isn't a ton, varies very much from lock to lock, you will find. But if we have the right tension, we will create a little shelf thanks to tolerances in the manufacturing quality. See, the holes in the top where pins drop down are where your key touches, and there's springs that push them down. I'm trying to keep it simple here, but the essential thing is your key lifts them to the correct height to where they are out of the way of the plug, above or below it, and then the plug will spin freely because it doesn't have any restrictions. This has 4 pins in it, so there's 4 holes. Those pin stacks with the springs and pins are made to decent tolerances, but they are not truly in a perfect line with each other. And because of that, if we add a little torque, we get what's called binding. The right amount of binding allows us to set these pins to where they sit on a little shelf that we create with the tension. So when we have them set, not too high, not too low, they will click onto this shelf, and we will be able to go to the next pin that binds. They don't all bind at once or you have too much tension, but we will be hunting the binders, lifting them to shear, and when the last one clears out of the way, then and only then will we be able to put a little more torque on this thing, spin it like we have a key in it, and open the shackle on up. So that's kind of just a simple rundown of what we're trying to accomplish here. This is single pin picking method. And this one's really, really easy, as you guys will be able to tell. See, that little pop gives all of us pickers this rush of dopamine. It's success. Success makes your brain feel good. Everybody knows what that feels like. That's what we're after. That little pop, it's addictive. It makes us like, woo! So the longer and harder it takes to get to it, the more we enjoy it. And too many easy ones make us have to seek out harder ones, or we will lose our thrill. So, there's other ways of accomplishing those pops besides our single pin. I'm going to show you one that lots of people love. See if I can get it to work on camera. And instead of single pin picking, I'll be using a quint rake. And what you do with your rake is not the same technique by any means. What you're attempting to do with your rake is to put the rake all the way in first. The pointy side needs to go up. We get it in there. We add some tension. And what we're going to do, let me show you really quick. What we're going to do is we're either going to take it and we're going to rock it in a motion sort of like that. It's hard for me to see if you guys can see that, right? But I'm not an expert raker or picker just yet. So bear with me. But there's rocking and then there's true raking, which is where you're pulling it in and out. And you don't want to just be sawing away at it, because this is about timing. The idea is we're going to vary our tension with pulses while we attack it with the rake. And when everything falls into place, kind of like hitting the lotto at just the right moment, it's going to have the same effect as if we had taken the time to single pin pick all these pins. Some people think it's easier. I would disagree. It's just a different technique. An open is an open, and as you will learn in lock sport, we have many different ways to accomplish this goal of opening the shackle. But this is a favorite. The harder the locks get, I find it's a little less effective, but in real world scenarios, if you want the quick open, which is less satisfying for picking the puzzle, but more satisfying if, it's one of those days. You just need a little bit of relief because you've been banging your head against the wall looking at some tough lock all day. So, take the rake, get it ready. Get it in here. Sorry. Still got the big fumbly fingers today. Get it in there. We're just going to want to hold it kind of like a chopstick or a pencil. And then eventually, she'll come on open. I've got only 2 rakes. Out of all the picks that I showed you, I only personally own 2 rakes. There's this guy, which is a quint. And just the other day, I got my mace picks in from Sparrows. Big fan of these things. Some people don't like them finger picks. They're smaller, as you can see, than your standard size pick. But that doesn't mean they aren't good at what they do. And let me demonstrate. I'm going to take a triple, commonly known as a Bogota. That's Colombia. I guess they came up with this first. So a lot of people still just call it a Bogota. There may be some variations between a triple, a snake, and a Bogota. You can take all that up with your pick maker and the experts on Reddit. But for me, when it's got 3, it's a Bogota, and that's all I know. Because, as I told you, I'm not a rake master. I'm not really a pick master. Just a mechanic that likes playing with locks. So, let's try a different one this time. Because we've had about as much fun as we want to have with this guy. If you don't change locks, you learn the locks too much. We don't want to pick by memory. We want to pick by feel. So, that's why I don't even have my plastic lock out here. A lot of you guys might have noticed there's no acrylic lock on the table. Well, Mick, why don't you have a plastic lock? Where's the acrylic for the noobs? Well, what you're going to find is the acrylic is a great tool for visual learning. And if I'd have had it out here when I was telling you how the pins work and how to open the plug properly, it would have been a really good thing to have. Maybe in the future, when Mick's a little more prepared, we'll have that kind of thing going on. But for now, just trust me on this thing. When you start picking, you want to pick real locks. The acrylic locks don't feel the same. They tear up very easily after a few uses. You're going to develop bad habits and things you don't want. So we always tell everybody, it's the quicker you can move on and go to the store and get you some master locks from Walmart. This is the one everybody hears me scream about all the time because I love it. We'll play with that one in a second. Love the feel on this lock. This is a Brinks brass. That or the master can be had for like $10 in any of your box stores. And I'm telling you guys, if you want to learn how to single pin pick, you aren't getting good feel from your mushy master. Sorry, Master Lock. Your Americans are great. Your low series stuff. Anyway, the Brinks feels much more like a quality inside of a core. You're going to actually be able to tell what you're touching in there better than you ever would have before. And you're going to be able to, deliberately pick at it instead of just being in there jostling around hoping for payday. So, we'll get back to the Brinks in a second. This here is a Master number 5. Got this one from my boy Greg Potter as well. Great guy. You can see she's all locked up. Good to go. Get our tensioner ready. And we're going to get our Bogota mace out here. I do prefer to use a tensioner that is not one of my maces, not because they don't work, but really more because if you use the other one and you need heavy tension, you might bend on it a little bit, and I just don't like treating my picks that way. So these beauties need to be used for picking. They send you a pack of 6 to come with them, so just use those things, Don't overstress yourself. Anyway, we take the Bogota, stick it on in this thing. A little bit of tension on it. And with this one, I'm going to try just rocking it. I'm not going to rake it yet. We're just going to rock it and see if I can get the pop from that, because I've done this one before, and I think on camera it's going to be friendly for us. So I'll get my tension ready. She's all locked up. Just to show you guys one more time, I'm going to rock it around a little bit. Changing the tension. Oh, look at that. That's pretty quick. That's how nice the right tool does the job. Some harder locks are going to take a little longer. But if you're raking and it's taking you longer than 2 minutes, it's time to find a new attack approach. These come in different frequencies. You can have 3, 4, 5, or just 2 on there. And different locks like different rakes. But you don't always have the right stuff, and that's where the single pin comes in handy, because your single pin picking will not fail you when the time comes. Lock this guy back up. I'm going to use the bigger one just to try and pick this, because the mace is a little tight in a bind. Maybe we'll try that one out in a second, but I just want to show you that the single pin on this guy, I might not be able to get it as quick as the Bogota, but I'm pretty confident if I give it a second. Camera or no camera, I'm going to be able to try and bully this little master. Oh, see? There it is. So you see, you should never stray too far towards one of the 2 disciplines, single pin or raking, because both are useful tools. You want to have all the tools possible at your disposal, because you never know why or when you may need to get one of your favorite toy locks open, show everybody on the internet. Let's see if I can get this Brinks to play ball with us. This thing here, it's a little harder than the 2 masters that we've been playing with. Don't ask me why. I don't rank the belts. Guys on Reddit do. So, That's what they do. I'm going to see if I can get this thing open. Sorry if my signal's fading a little in and out. Wi-Fi is down today, but just bear with me. In the future, we will have better tech. So I'm going to take this, and let's see. Let's try the Quint this time. Everybody likes to see quick opens on videos for some reason. I guess it holds attention better. So we'll see if I can rake this guy really quick. Brinks is hard to see. It's all locked up. Push on this as far as I can. Nothing's going to happen. If I don't go get the keys, there's no way into this guy. But I've got the picks over here with me, so we don't need those. I'm going to get a little tension on it. Actually, let me get my rake in first. We'll put a little tension on it. And we're just going to start raking away a little bit. Rock a little. Rake a little. See if we can get her to play ball with us on this one. You can go overhand like this when you really want to get in there some. You can go under this way, hold it like a chopstick, hold it like a pencil. That all works good. Told you guys, I'm no rake master. So, the Brinks is going to be the one that slows me down today, it looks like. Oh, you know what? Let's see if the triple will work on her. I wasn't having much luck with the Bogota on this one last time I played around. But we'll see how it works this time. If not, we'll go to old reliable single pin. Pretty sure I can get this guy with single pin if nothing else. But that's it. You see how I move from pick to pick? Don't waste all day sawing away with the fifth, with the Quint rake. That's because I don't want to spend all day wearing my fingers in my pick and my lockout, never opening it. That's no fun. The object is to try to get these things open. Looks like my tensioner may go a little small there. You know what? Let me see if I can just pick this thing for you guys. Give me the old trusty Sparrows hook. So, this is how I'm spending my time lately. I usually like working on bikes, like working on cars. That's how I like to pay the bills when I can. Not picking locks. It's really good for anxiety. And like all hobbies, it just gives you something to do besides run around and get in trouble. So it's something we can all embrace, I think. Let's see if this Brinks is going to play with me. I'm not used to picking and talking at the same time. It's a bit more distracting than I expected it to be, but also a man who doesn't like making excuses. So if you can hear me mumble, like I'm always told I do. Oh, see, did you see how it gave a little bit there? There's a reason it gave a little bit. Because she's ready to go. So you take your tensioner the rest of the way around. Once you've got her this far, you'll develop the feel for that. But as you can see, she's good to go. And this is why I tell people single pin. Single pin is where you're getting all your true discipline from my perspective. Raking's going to teach you a lot, but as we know, as I mentioned, they are different approaches. But an open, at the end of the day, is an open. That is what we're going for. Let's see if I got any other cool stuff around here we can mess with. This is a door handle I got from Greg Potter. And the door handle's fun to play with too. I'm going to tell you why. The door handle's locked right now. And when I pick it, it'll unlock if I spin it one way. And it might stay locked if I spin it the other. I don't have a plug spinner yet. That's a tool that we use to flip it really quick without dropping the pins if we picked it the wrong way. I'm just going to try to get it right. And if not, we'll have to pick it back the other way, old school. That's alright too. Good thing about these door locks, bad if it's your security, is these don't have security pins in them, much like the master locks we were just playing with. I'll get the security pins in a minute. But the pins in all of these that we've been playing with are low-level security pins. They're cut perfectly straight and round, so it's easy for them to go up and down in the lock. when you get later into locks and higher in security, the security pins have different things cut into them to make them tricky, feel different, and trick your picking to make you not realize you're in the wrong place, not the right place. They do that to keep you from opening the lock. It is mega frustrating, but that's part of the chase, and that's why it's mega rewarding when you get those harder locks open. Got a few. Got some of them open. Right now we're going to do the door. These things, because of the way they're made, I can take the single pin pick and I can kind of bully my way through it a little bit. And that means I don't have to be quite as delicate as I normally would with some other locks. I could kind of use a lot of tension and a lot of force pushing the pins up out of the way. And maybe picking it the wrong direction, but we will notice. There we go. See, that's a turn. So I got it turned all the way. The handle, it's locked. Guess that means I went the wrong direction. Now, if I had a plug spinner, I'd stick it in there and flip her over real quick and we'd be unlocked like magic, but I do not. So I'm gonna have to turn it back. It's still locked. So instead, I'm going to tension it the opposite direction. It's going to look a little funny, but I want to keep it where you guys can see it. I'm going to get in there, do the same thing all over again. Try and pick this guy. This is not easy when they're not attached to a door. This is why people have vices. When you start picking things like this, most people have a nice vise that they stick their lock in, so they don't have to sit here and hold it this way. Then they can really use both hands to work their way through these things. That must be nice. When I get another 20 bucks so I can run to Harbor Freight, we'll turn this into a vice picking channel. But for right now, we're just going to have to make do. It's giving me a little difficulty. And try my thumb against it, which is just another technique we try sometimes. I'm going to pick down at it instead of up. And having a little more trouble getting it to go this way this time. And really don't want to let you guys down on this one. We're going to keep trying for a second. We're not going to make it boring. That is the main thing here. I have to just admit defeat for now and move on. Do a whole video on this stupid knob later. And I'll show you me spanking it back to back instead of sitting here struggle bussing. This video is not about this doorknob. This video is about me breaking in the video account, doing a good strong 30 minutes of talking about lock picking, and in that way I can earn this patch from Lockjaw, and hopefully I can impress some of my buddies over at Sparrows. Why do I want to do this? Because not only do I love their stuff, I've been emailing back and forth with them a lot lately, and I've got myself a little deal worked out. Can't go into lots of detail, but let's just say that Sparrows, in all of their wisdom, has decided they're going to bless Mountain Mick with a tattoo. They have worked up a one-of-one tattoo, and I am in talks with them of getting together and getting this ink done, so I can basically be a walking billboard for these guys. I'm sorry, this is a Master number 3, one of the old classics everybody tells you to pick first. And since the knob was giving me a little tough time in one direction, we're going to switch over to it real quick, just because how could I do the first video and not show a number 3? It's like a cardinal rule here. So anyway, talked with Sparrows about the tattoo. Should be sometime in the next 2 weeks or less, because Mountain Mick has to go back to Florida. He's got people to see, like his mama and his beautiful niece that his sister just got back. and of course his lady. So he's going to head back down there. But before that, he's going to get together. There we go. Nice open on the number 3. Single pin. So we're going to get together with the fine people at Sparrows. Let's just show their logo real quick while I'm talking them up. Sparrows. Out of Aurora, Illinois. Originally Canada, I believe. They're going to come swoop up Mountain Mick, get him some new ink, and we're going to talk lock sport for a little bit. See if there's anything else Mountain Mick can do to be useful for the community. Super excited about this. I was emailing with them for a month, and just about 3 days ago, they emailed me and said, "Hey, Mountain Mick, we like this idea we've been working on with you. Let's get together and make this tattoo happen." Still got all the emails with them. But as I said, it's a little under wraps right now, because Mountain Mick has never been stupid enough to let his mouth get in the way of a good thing. So we can't talk about that yet. And amazingly, I think we're breaking the 30-minute time now. So I believe we have done what we need to do for Lockjaw. But since this is the first time, everything is going so smoothly. Even happened to get a couple friends in here watching. Really appreciate that, all you who showed up and are watching. Shout out to you guys. I will have my YouTube channel in full force soon. Mountain Mick is going to show you guys a whole lot more about lock sport and all the fun that we have on Reddit and Discord. Introduce you to some people who are way better at this than me. The wonderful minds of Reddit. The LPU lock pickers on Reddit, absolutely, and the Discord attached to it. Best pickers in the world are there. I have made friends from England, Germany, Scotland, all over America, Canada, South America, the world. There's just pickers everywhere. And we all have a good time. That being the case, I do want to give a couple of quick shout outs real quick and show some love to the lock community. This American 1100 I am having a nightmare time with. I've opened it a few times, but I'm going to have to progressive pin it, which is taking some of the things out of it to make it easier and working my way back up through it to learn what I can from it. This is all about learning, so there's no reason to rush ahead and try to go for my blue belt when clearly I've got some green belts that need work. I bought this one myself, but Lady Locks and some of the other very great people at LPU led me this far, showed me how and where to get this one, had it sent through Amazon, very nice. Before I could get done with that, all of a sudden, let me bring my notes out here, all of a sudden, I had friends that I had mentioned from all over the world saying, "Hey, Mountain Mick, I like you, we're buddies, you've helped me learn a little bit about this type of thing. I want to send you this lock." So, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, to my extreme surprise and delight, I started getting gift locks, which is a kindness and generosity I've never known to be in a hobby, but again, these people at LPU have blown my mind non-stop from day one with their kindness. So, on that, this is an S1100. It's kind of like a 410 Lotto Master. It's an upper end Master Lock series. They're American lock. It does look like my A1100. I know that, but the inside is what we're talking about. They are completely different. This is a 5-pin with spools and serrated security pins. This is a 6-pin. I'm not even sure what's in this guy yet. This S1100 came from my friend Troy Boy 1263. He's out in Cali. He sent me this. This was my first gift lock. Thank you, Troy Boy. I treasure this thing. I haven't mastered beating it yet. I haven't even got it open. But when I do, you will be the first to know, sir. And you are on the Santa Claus list for Mountain Mick. Okay, that being said, thank you, Troy Boy. Pack lock. 90A Pro. This is the next landmark lock. Much like the 1100, this is what everybody aims for when they want the blue belt. Pack Lock. They are an American company. The only true one that I know of where everything comes from here. They operate out of California, I believe. Pacific Lock. And this is the quintessential lock for blue belt. It is 7-pin with security. And this particular one came from a friend, also on Reddit, Jaded Argyle 333. Friend that I've made on there. He came out of the blue while we were talking one day. Said, hey Mick, I'd like to send you this pack lock. I know you're going to be going for blue soon. I'm ordering one. I'm going to order you one too. I didn't know what to say to that. I'm still flabbergasted about the S1100 from Troy Boy. So now I get this pack lock in, and I've got locks that are outrunning my talent thanks to you guys. So I'd really like to thank you for that too. Jaded Argyle 333, thank you for the pack lock. One day this beautiful lock will be on the channel. Mountain Mick is not ready to be that good for you guys yet, but I will get there. That is a promise. I will be worthy. Moving on, like a couple of other mentions real quick. I have a good friend in England that I've made, Neil. He goes by Neil W27. He's got me a package of locks from Europe put together. Some Assa Abloys and several handfuls of them I'm going to hack in half. And the Euro locks have a key on each side instead of just a turner. So you can cut them in half and share them with your buddies. I'm going to cut those in half when they come in. Some of my Lock Sport buddies are going to get some of those as pay you back for being so awesome gifts. Even the small things are great. I cannot rebuild this 1100 here because I will brick it without what is known as a shim. A shim keeps all the pins from the Bible and springs from the Bible from flying everywhere whenever you're pulling everything out to rebuild it and to show everybody what was in it when you picked it successfully. To show them you didn't cheat. So, I don't want to brick this beautiful gift, these beautiful gift locks here, or, you know, obviously my green belt lock that I bought myself, because those are all three nice locks. So, I need a metal piece. They make them at Sparrows. A lot of people rip them out of CDs and DVDs from the security strip. I don't have any of those right now. I may have one in a CD my father has, but let's never mind all that, because my friend, Mr. HPPY, Mr. Happy, he's from Germany but lives in America. He has graciously put in the mail for me some shims. He even told me that he put some of that awesome shrink tubing in there he had spare. So Mountain Mick, who is a snob about his handles, can turn this into one that looks like this. So that way it's a lot more comfortable when he goes to pick. These little metal ones, they're good. Mountain Mick has big hands. They dig into my fingers after a while. I've been a mechanic for years. Metal on skin is something I am done with if I can help it. I get enough of that all day, every day. I am a handle snob. Give me my Sparrows, or give me my fantastic, also, Jimmy Longs, because these are comfortable. If you want to pick long enough to learn and do well and get good at this, you can't have to put your lock pick down all the time because it's, you know, putting blisters on your fingers. You want something that feels good in there. You want the lock to be why you quit, not the pick. So, thankfully, we've come to the point where we do have good tools and multiple great manufacturers who will sell them to you. I prefer my Sparrows and my Jimmy Longs. Everybody develops a flavor that they like. I have nothing against the other ones. Don't take that the wrong way. They are all wonderful in their own right. If you use them, continue to use them. Whatever works best for you, that is what you want. If you're getting the opens on your locks, then use whatever you're using that's opening them up. Except the keys, because that's boring. We don't do that here. Leave your keys at home. Don't touch other people's locks. Don't do things that are bad. We're here for fun. So anyway, Mountain Mick's going to have to try and wrap this thing up. It's super late and past some of my pickers in the Eastern time, bedtime. And the ones who know me know that I'm a late nighter anyway, so when this patch came out, I decided, hey, I'm going to do it probably the first night. Why? Because I am not good enough to do the 3 purple lock one. I don't have enough locks to do the Berserker one, because it's 20 locks in 5 minutes, which is nice for all you guys who did that. And the Blue Whale Challenge, I am building up to. I do have the locks for that. I do not yet have the talent to do the blue whale and look like I know what I'm doing. So that will be very soon as well. For now, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was my first. It's my best shot at it for now. We'll try and improve in the future as best we can. And other than that, there will absolutely, this will be added to my YouTube. So my friends on Reddit can enjoy it, and anybody who subscribes to my YouTube can enjoy it. And that way, I can maybe get enough videos eventually posted to my YouTube that they'll let me do live next time, instead of me having to backdoor it through Facebook and share it across all platforms. With that said, still in talks with Sparrows, video of all the awesome tattoo adventure, the image they've cooked up, all that great stuff is coming soon. It will be on all the same platforms. You're not going to be able to get me to shut up about this once I get it on me. So, anyway, this is what I do for fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Come check us out at LPU Reddit if you want to maybe get some pics in your hands and start seeing if lock sport is something you would enjoy. I recommend it for fun, therapy, anxiety, or just something to do. And with that said, Mountain Mick is going to wrap this one up. Until next time, guys, happy picking. I hope I didn't mumble my way through this whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll try to do better next time. Any advice you have, comments you have, fully welcome and open to criticism. Mountain Mick wants to be good for you any way he can. We're at 1 o'clock, so I really want to get my beautiful patch from Berserker. Thank you, Berserker, or Lockjaw, I'm sorry. The Berserker's the one I can't get yet. Lockjaw Manufacturing, thank you for putting out this challenge, for putting out one that somebody like me can actually do. Your stuff is beautiful. I like the things you guys have too. And that's why I chose to make this my first video and try to get things rolling for all of my friends and potential fans. Alright, so have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Mountain Mick out of here.